I am so happy to be here on the time that I scheduled. I know I've been moving it around, but it was just to find a time that will work where I don't have a next thing coming up. So it is 8 o'clock South African time, and I do look a bit tired, but I am ready to sew. Haven't sewed today. Today was quite a busy day. I had a few things going, and I only got to sit down now at my sewing table. But sometimes it's also okay if you don't get sewing immediately. I'm just also learning to give myself grace. I must say that is something that I think I need to investigate more for 2026. 2026, yes. Can you believe it? Next year is 2026. Guns is sorted. Hi and thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Did you like it? That is awesome. You are more than welcome. And welcome to tonight's meeting. So, back to 2026. I think one of my I like to have words for 2026. Do you like to have specific words? I think one of my words will be grace. Oh, yay! I wanted to give you better chocolates, but that was all the budget allowed. So I'm so glad you guys like it. And do they fit the right pillows? It is 8 o'clock. It is way past my bedtime almost, but I did have an afternoon sleep. So I am still okay to sit here and chat to you. Hello, Diane. Oh, yay, gun stories. I'm so glad to hear that. So, Diane, I sent those velvet pillowcases I made a while ago. They went to gun stores and they just got it. It took a bit of a time to get to them, but they just got it and they love it. So I'm very happy. Thanks for letting me know that you guys got it and that it fits. So tonight I got some more alterations and things in. So one thing I'm working on is like scatter cushions that's lying here that I need to put covers around because they make it with that horrible pressed. Yeah, I'm so happy they like it. They make it with that horrible pressed non-woven stuff. Let me find a piece. So then it just tears, and I need to look at that. So I don't know why would you make a cushion inner out of that. So I've got two cushions here that I need to make outers for. Hello, Becky. How are you? I'm so happy to see you here. Yeah, today has been quite a thing. I booked it for earlier, and then we were still making supper and just catching up because both my sister and I, our lives are so busy that we often just say hi and bye, you know. So it was quite nice to just catch up because we haven't had a chance to catch up for a while. And then I thought, I love spending time with you guys, but sometimes we just need to spend time with the people we can touch. To Monsieur's, we had to go get a few groceries. Oh, I'm glad you could make it. Yes, I'm so happy you guys are here. So then we just caught up, and now it's time to sit here and chat with all of you. So I'm busy making these cushion covers. That's one of the things. Tonight it's just going to be alterations, and I also want to finish this. Oh, finish this bag. Let me take it out. So we're going to do alterations, make covers for those cushions, and put some darts in some of the things that I have to alter, and then see from there. Oh, no. Oh, yo. So, Becky, I was so glad to get back home as the rain is so cool today. I'm really hibernated. Ready to hibernate. Nice. Yeah. The wind was howling today. So it is actually quite warm, but that wind is icy. So if you are inside, then it feels hot. But if you are outside, the wind actually made that I had to put like tracksuit pants and a top on. And then 32. Oh my goodness, Diane, that is freezing. Oh, I hope you guys stay warm. Tonight is nice and cool. I'm really happy it cooled down a little bit. Now, what am I doing here? Oh, I see. Because it's been so hot, but now the wind's blowing. So I don't know what to do. It's like either too hot or too cold, but it's never just perfect. But it's okay. I'm still enjoying every moment. Like I said when we started all of this, I'm really trying to embrace whatever weather is around and just be thankful. Thankfulness is such a amazing thing to have. Let's flip it over and put the first pillow in here. I don't know if it's going to fit. I might have to make the hole bigger. So I'm just recycling an old sheet and I'm going to put that pillow in here because it's still getting another cover around it, so it should be fine. I'm wondering if I shouldn't take this thing off completely. No, I don't know about that. I think we're just going to try and put it in like this. I'll have to make this bigger. Let's do that. This morning I had to go to a meeting in Paarl. So Paarl is a town more inland. Wait, let me just see. Becky, it's good to know how to put a dress together, as nowhere in this pattern do they say to sew the sleeves in. McCall's instructions are horrible. They are. I've also seen that. Yeah. Sometimes it's like, yeah, Paarl. So Paarl is another town. It's about an hour's drive from here. You do go on the highway, but the wind, it was so bad. It actually tried to push me off the road at one stage. So yeah, it was not a nice drive, but the meeting was good. And then afterwards, a group of us met together for some lunch. So it was actually a very nice day. But by the time I got home, now, I'm going to take this fluff and just put it into the pillow. By the time I got home, I was so tired. I literally went to bed, put my cats on the bed, because then you sleep nice if the cats are there. And we all had a little snooze, which was brilliant. But I can feel, I don't know about you, but when I drive in extreme weather, I get really tired. And today was extreme. I was very happy by the time I got home. And then by the time I woke up, it was time for cheesecake. So there's a place, it's like almost like a Target type of shop, but no, not Target, more like where I was, it was called Hy-Vee, you know, like the grocery types of stores, called Spar. And this specific Spar close to me, they make the best baked cheesecake. So I got some baked cheesecake for us for pudding tonight, because we had a braai with just some sausage and some short ribs, which was really nice. And then afterwards, there were cheesecake for pudding. We always buy one piece and share. Sometimes we buy two, but then it's just too much. So it was actually a really lovely evening. Just visiting and catching up. Okay, I think this was the better call for these, because I can see that these pillows, and then with this Unical, you literally just go in and you, let's move this so you can see, you separate them like this. Okie dokie. And make sure it goes into the corners. Now what I also like to do is to take some foam chip and mix it with the Unical, Unical. We call this stuff Unical. So I like to mix it with foam chip because that gives you almost the same feel as feathers. It's more movable because this gets quite compacted. But I love how pliable feather pillows are. So we're just going to loosen it up and then fill up this little pillow. And it's the same size than the previous one, but it is better. What are you guys working on today? And are you working on anything? Becky, how far is your dress? I haven't seen anything yet today. Haven't been on YouTube because, like I said, the day has been quite busy. And Diane, is your pajama pants done? And have you cut out any more things? And I'm just going to use a small zigzag and zigzag it closed. My dress is as I ended up not sewing yesterday. Okay. I did get my room straightened back up through so now my room feels better around me. Oh, that's nice. I stopped halfway because I needed to do this, but I got a lot of time. And then Diane, I have grandsons here right now. Oh, nice. I've cut elastic for the pajama pants. Need to put that in. And then him. Haven't cut out anything else right now. Plan to cut out a top for me to wear with my bottoms. How nice is that? So you're going to have some nice pajamas for winter. That sounds awesome. Yeah. And now we're going to fill this corner and then we'll just move all the fluff around until it's the way it should be. Oh, I can't put so much in at a time. A friend and I had a little upholstery and interior business, and oh my goodness, we made a lot of pillows. Yo, at one stage, and we got so good. The pillow, the covers, and the inners. You guys like to make pillows or pillow covers with zips and everything else. So now I'm just wiggling it so it will go and fill the corners, because I hate it when you have pillows and the corners aren't full. There. Sure, that's good. Okay, we need to still put a bit more in here. This does take time, but it's worth it because in the end you have a really nice pillow. And sometimes it's worth actually opening up the pillows that you have and just fluff them out again. Oh, I missed something. Always room for more stuffing, you're right. There's more space. My friend have a it's a very ugly little dog. I don't know what it is, but it's like wire haired, and its face is like this, and then she's got these big eyes. I think she's got some Pekingese in her, and she keeps on losing her teeth because she chews everything. You walk around and then there's a Mila teeth, but she's got these stuffy toys, you know, these fluff toys, and she keeps on eating them and tearing them to pieces. And so every so often one of her plushies comes to me to fix, and then so they come in a little bag with all the pieces and then the little fluff that came out. And I always giggle because this dog has like 6 teeth left over, and I don't know how she gets to tear these things because there's not enough teeth to do the damage that she does. But she's quite persistent. You must see her with a bone. I think she sucks the bone to pieces, but she's very cute. Old Mila. She's not that old. It's just like she chews constantly. And her underbite or her overbite and her pop out eyes makes her such a comical character. It's like her mom always says, oh, she's her mom's ugliest, prettiest little girl. I can just giggle because that's a very good description. Okay, this one is empty now. Throw it away because that stuff is horrible. Okay, dokie. Let's put it in. And then when we finish closing it up, I'll just move all the foam and all the unicle in the right places. Shall I do this by hand? By machine? It's going to be on the inside of pillows, so I think I can do it by machine. Let's just move that scissor. Shitila Gaming. I'm Yonali from Sri Lanka. Oh, welcome, Yolani. Jayaskara. It's so nice to have you here. Yeah, and I can't believe it's day 29. It is actually quite amazing. So what I was wondering, I do want to do the lives where we all can chat, but maybe to do like a project every week, and then we can do it together. Like I want to do the apron that I showed you guys, how to cut it out. So the one day we'll do the cutting out and how to draw up your own pattern, and then the next day we'll work on sewing it all together and whatever, you know, maybe do projects every week, same time, like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, just Monday to Friday or Monday to Thursday, and then we can get stuff done. And like the bags that I want to make, you know, the bags that are, oh, these ones, let's do this one next, how to sew that. Yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. And then those who want can sew along, and those who wants to do other things can do that. But then we still have this getting together and sewing together, and then we'll do the live where everybody can chat on school or something like that. with these bags, you sew first the one side, and now I'm going to sew the bottom side. And then this is the tricky part. Yes, I like that. My sewing friends, I love that. So now you have the zip over here. So you put that together like this. Then you take this side and you put it also with the zip on the zip part and that side. And you're going to sew it all together. I should have had my little clips, but I don't know where they are. They're somewhere. Where did I put them? Because they actually work best for this. I think they're still maybe under here. Ah, there they are. Found my clips. So to do this, we will clip them in place. Oh my goodness. My zip just broke. Okay. So you put your clips just to hold it all in place. And we're just going to sew that part. And then we will do the other side. Just cut it straight. So again, you put this and the lining all on the zip. Open your seams, pin it in place, clip it in place, and sew it. Now I'll go. I can't remember what I'm doing next. Let me just see. Do you do them each on their own, or did you do them all together? I can't remember. Oh, you do them all together. So you know these corners like this, you are going to fold them open like that, and then put the other side on top of this side. And it's quite tricky. You have to like maneuver it to get them all to meet up. Okay, let's just try again. So first you are going to meet them up in the middle. Oh, no. Let's just give it a little knip so I can know what's going on. Where's the middle? Because the middle needs to meet up there. Let me just see. I'm shaking my head in agreement with what you're showing. Good, thank you. Okay, so let me show you again. So this is how it looks like now. So we've sewed there. So now you are opening up these corners. There's your little knip. You're going to let that knip meet up there. And then on this side, also let your little knip that is there meet up where the seam was, where your seam was. Okay. For this, I'm going to use a pin, if I can find my pins. There's one. We've got one pin. Don't know where my rest. Oh, not in my mouth. That's such a bad habit. I'm really working on stopping. Okay, that pin is in place. And now pull these ones straight. And we're going to sew them together like that. So Becky, I do it all the time, but the day before yesterday, all I heard in my head was you saying, "Stop it! Stop putting pins in our mouths." And now it's so easy because you put it in your mouth, then your hands are free. And I haven't found a way that actually works well yet. But I am a YouTuber now, apparently, and I need to give a good example because sometimes the kids are watching and they think it's okay. And I've started putting pins in my mouth because I always saw my mom and my grand doing it. And I thought it was so cool. And like I said, one of my friends' little girls, or not, she wasn't that little, she was about 17. She swallowed a pin and they had to rush to the hospital and have it taken out. It cost a lot. So I don't want to waste money on something like that. Okie dokie, so this corner is done. Now we're going to repeat this process on all the corners. So you literally sew the two corners together. But first we find where the middle is. So give it a knip because it just makes it easier. The same over there. And let's do this side. Where did I put my one pin down? There it is. Okay, that one there in the middle, and then this one in the middle. Okay. This is not fun, but I do want it to be completely lined with nothing showing, and this is the best way of doing it. So we've pinned them all together now, and now we're going to sew. Can pull out. There. I know this looks like quite fiddly, but I promise you it's worth it, because you end up with a very neat bag. I'm sure it's going to get easier with more if I make more of these, but I'm not sure I want to make more of these because they're so fiddly, but they are nice. I love a good boxy bag. They are so pretty. So let's do the other side. Here we are. It looks like that. And this side is now a big mess like this. But don't worry. Just trust the process. It will get there. I'm just getting my knips so I know where to go. There. Okay. Same process. Pin your little knip where you sewed all of them together, and then do the same on the other side. So your lining and your fabric gets together at the point where you sewed them all together. I all want to visit there. It's like the place to be, you know, where all the cool kids hang out. That's on the corners. Ooh. So, I don't know about you, but when I struggle to put things together, I pull up my shoulders. And then by the end of my sewing day, my shoulders are, and my neck is in such a state that I don't know if I'm coming or going. And yeah, I always have to tell myself, relax your shoulders. I think I've missed there. Yep, I did. Okay. We need to unpick a little bit. Because this one moved. Luckily, it's easy to unpick it. Because I didn't sew it too tight. Or too small stitches. There. Okay. Last corner. Let's get in there. Meet up your knips on the center seam or on the seam where the zip went into everything. And this, your lining, do the same with that. And put your pin there. Okay, now, ooh, we've got a big mess here now. I think that's why you make the bigger ones, because it's a little bit easier when it gets so creased and on a heap basically. And I'm going to use my little clips here as well. It's just easier. Come on, play along. Pull out a little bit. There you go. I am literally wrestling the fabric over here. But Trust me, because it is worth it. You're going to love the end result. Okay, that was the last corner. Let's just make sure I've sewed all the pieces together. That I did this one, I missed a little bit. And check this one, also missed a little bit. So I'm just going to sew it a little bit deeper in. Oops, and there my cotton pulls out. Oy vavoy. I think I'm just going to go and do all of them. Yes. This one needs to still be done. And now is the fun part. So you look at this and it's like there's no way this is going to work. Did I have to pose? Oh, I'm supposed to leave a bottom piece open, but we'll just cut it open. Okay, so you're supposed to, ooh, that's too much. Oh well. And then you just flip it all. Like that. And then you open this. And you have a boxy bag, totally lined, and then you go in at the end and you just sew that bottom seam closed. Now you can, oh, I've missed there. Oh, let me just go back there and do that quickly. that right now? Yep. I've missed there. So look at this. We have a boxy bag. And if you go on the inside, it is totally lined. Oh my goodness, did I lose all my comments again? It looks like it. Let me see there. Nope, I didn't. Oh, good. Okay. So it's lined, and we're just going to go in at the bottom and sew it all together. And I think I'll do that afterwards by hand. How do you guys make your boxy bags? Do you also do this complicated corner thingy? Or do you have another way that you guys do it? I know some people, so do you see how it's like pointing out? That was because I cut. So you're supposed to measure it and then leave for the seam allowance and do your maps. So you measure it. It's just cotton, which I lined. I've put interfacing on this cotton, and then the inside is just thick calico. So you're supposed, when you do the sides, but I'll show you guys, you measure it and then you take half and you leave for seam allowance, and I did my maths wrong. So that's why it's making these points, but I quite like the points. I think it's cute. And then I'll just go in afterwards and I'll iron it all flat. But there's my boxy bag. I think I might go in and see if I can't straighten these points. Let's do that quickly. You like the points? Okay, then I'm going to leave them. They are cute. It's different. That was just by accident. But yeah, it's a totally lined bag. I need to go in and I need to, what did I want to do? Oh, I need to iron it, and we have a bag. So that was that one. Our next step is, this is alterations, and I need to put darts in because it was gaping over the boob. So sometimes if you have a dress, it actually helps if it's too big here, just to give it a dart and let it run down to the point of the boob. So that's what I've pinned here, and I'm just going to go ahead, turn the pinned part around, because I should have had to put it on the wrong side, the wrong way around, but it's okay. There's like places where you can see where the pins went in, so I can use that as my guide. And I'm going to sew this dart through the lining, and just do both the lining and the outer fabric together. Now where is my other pin? There. And then when I pin them flat, I make sure that that there's no pleats. Like I can see there's a pleat. Oh, that's the dart. Okay. So that's just going to meet up with the other dart, and we will. Yvonne Anderson. Hi Yvonne, welcome. What are you working on tonight? So we get together here and we all sew on whatever project we're busy with, and we are trying to get all the half done stuff done. And I'm just doing alterations because I'm a seamstress and that's sometimes part of my job. Okay, we have a dart, and then I will go in. I see I've made it a bit pointy. I'll go in and I'll make it flat. Oh, I see, I've gone concave. It needs to be straight. That's no problem. And then I will just iron it all afterwards. Yep, that's better. So there's a dart up here. Can you see that? And it's meeting up with the dart that was on the side seam. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So what my friend has been doing is they've been building for quite a long time. I think almost a year they were building and sorting their house and everything. And then her clothes were all over. But as she would put on clothes, if there was something wrong, she would just put them in a crate to get to me whenever. And so some of these things have been in that crate for almost a year and a half. And they only got to me this week. So they kind of went yellow and stuff. So I don't particularly want to iron at the moment because I feel like it needs washing before I iron. Because you know, if you do iron and there's stains on, you can iron the stains in. So I think I'm just going to tell her to not iron it until she has washed it. Because I can see there's some, it's, you know, when things lie, they get, especially white things, they get yellow. And that's what happened to this dress. And it's a beautiful printed linen dress. So I don't want her to lose this dress because it's really well made and it's lined and everything. Okay, okay, let's have a look. That one is also done. And did I do it concave again? Let's have a look. Yep, I did it concave. Let's just make it straight. Perfect. Yay! Another thing off the alteration list, or on the alteration list, has been done. Perfect. Now we need to make another pillowcase. Because there's a pillow lying on the floor. where I'm going to fill it up, I like to sew from the corner in a little bit, and then from the other corner in a little bit, and then I just have to sew close a little piece over there. I just find it a bit easier than leaving a corner open. And we're going to follow the same procedure, filling it up and closing it afterwards. Where's my hole? Found it. There it is. Let's just flip it around. Okay, I'm quite chuffed with everything that we've achieved tonight. Huh. It's amazing what you can get done in an hour. I really want to go into 2026 without all these half-done things hanging over my head. So that is going to be my quest. Finish all the things. Is that moths? Huh, I don't think so. Okay, let's fill up this pillow. Oh, this is not as nice as the other one, but we'll just fluff it out as well and push it all in. And I might have to continue with this one tomorrow, because I see our time is almost up. We've got 7 more minutes, but let's see how much I can get done in 7 minutes. Like I just said, it's amazing how much I get done in an hour. So if you can get so much done in an hour, how much can we get done in 7 minutes? Let's have a look. And again, I'm just fluffing out the stuff because they're quite compacted. I'm sure my friend's going to be very happy when her pillows are nice and fluffy again. I love a nice and fluffy pillow on my couch or chair or whatever I'm working with or sitting on. Okay. Now let's go and get it into the corners. So you just put your hand in there, fluff it out a bit more and push it into the corners. Things you have to do. I find it quite interesting some days. What's been the strangest thing you've ever sewed or had to fix for someone? Yeah, Pinky. Oh, is that a Pinky cut? Got me so. Okay, bye. I think my strangest thing. What has been my strangest thing? Oh, it was a pineapple farm, and I had to make like that buckets that they would put something. I think it was the pulp of the pineapples. They made like a. They made juice out of the pineapples, and then the pulp they used for something, and even the peels they were using for something. And they had these big buckets, and I had to make covers out of calico for the buckets, but round ones with elastic and everything. And that was quite weird. I thought that was really strange. And for another farm, I had to make little bags where the people can put, they would have to lead up the things. So I had like bags that they can put around their waist to put their tools in. It's not weird, but it was different. I've made some strange things. I can't remember a lot of them. That's been a long time ago. I think what I'm going to do is finish filling up this while chatting to you guys, and then tomorrow I might sew it up, or maybe sew it up tonight. Have you got something done? Things done? Or have you just sat and visited with me? So Miss Pinky Cat is over there trying to get into my crates. But I don't want her to get into my crates because she pulls everything out. She pulls everything out of the crates. She literally put her foot in there and then she just pulls out everything. And then I get back and all my fabrics and stuff lies all over the floor. So I am now chasing her out of my things because she's a little menace some days. Very cute little menace, but a menace nonetheless. I'm very happy that this is not feathers, because if this was a feather pillow, I would have a mask on and I would be working in the shower, because that's the best place if you want to fill up feathers, because those feathers fly everywhere. So always put a mask, and even safety glasses is not a bad idea. And then you take your feathers and your inner into the shower, because then you can just shower it off afterwards, and you fill it all up in the shower, and then you sew it up closed in the shower as well. And it gets really hot, so I prefer not to do feather pillows unless it's winter. In summer, I actually have said to people in the past, don't come close to me with feathers, because they also stick to you because you're sweaty, and then you literally walk out totally feathered, and it's not a fun experience. Okay, our time is up. I'll continue tomorrow. Thank you everyone for spending time with me. It's always so nice, and I'm quite chuffed with everything I got done. I don't know if you got some stuff done. It looks like the comments have gone dead again. Don't know why life is doing that, but it's one of those things. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. I think it will be back at my normal time, and then we'll chat again and do some more sewing. Goodbye.